Welcome back to the shop. I'm Jeff from Today's Craftsman. We're standing here next to our Boss LS1630. This is a 105 watt CO2 laser. And you may have seen the video over on John's channel that we did about 2 years ago, I think, maybe 2.5. Pretty popular video, $100,000 laser project, I think it was called. And we purchased this back then to make 1,000 of these boxes. So these are the Kenji Leone salt cellars. And we've been making these for Brad Leone and Kenji Lopez Alt, along with 3-Dot Wood Design for the last, like I said, 2 or 3 years. And we originally purchased this to do that first batch of 1,000. So we've been using it, but unfortunately, last batch, and we're in the middle of a batch of 500 right now, this started to give us issues. It's currently not running. So I've been back and forth with Boss trying to solve the problem. We did solve it for 1 day and then it went back to not working. So unfortunately this is dead weight right now, but we're gonna show you the new laser that just arrived actually 2 days ago. That's gonna replace this one. Here's the new laser. You can see it's quite a bit larger than the other one. So this is a PS48, which stands for Pro Series 48 from Full Spectrum Laser, and it has a 48 by 36 inch working area. That was a 1630, so that's 16 by 30. So this is quite a bit larger, and we can fit, let's see, 36. I shouldn't even have said that because now I'm trying to do math in my head, but you can see what we're doing here. We're cutting our boxes out of these blanks, 3/8 by 4 by 30 inches. I'm still going to school and tweaking all my settings, so I don't want to waste any of my material cutting one of these boxes right now. But what we can do is I can give you a little tour of the new machine, show you what everything is, how it works, and we'll burn the Today's Craftsman logo into something. So this is the working area of the bed, or of the machine, I should say, which you could also call the bed. And we have, these are called knives. So this is where the material sits. And you know, it's just a fine knife edge here, so that the laser isn't constantly going over this big thick piece of metal. In addition to this, because you can see these gaps are pretty wide, they also send a honeycomb. So if you're cutting small parts that you don't want to fall between those knife blades, you can put this in there. We tend to use this because mostly what we use this for is cutting these boxes. So the parts are big enough where they're never really gonna fall between this. We have our controller here. And on these Full Spectrum, it's a 7-inch touchscreen, which is nice. So you have like your jog controls here. So you might hear that's the laser head moving. So you can move it around the bed. And you have your network settings and everything here, autofocus. Milliamp scale, which tells you how much power the laser is producing. And this is really the main thing here is the laser head. So in the back is the laser tube, and it's firing into these mirrors, and it's hitting a mirror here and going down, and it's coming through the end of this nozzle here. As I said, I'm still working on settings. This is a very deep engraving, but you can see it's nice and clear. The source for the modern woodworker, and we would sand this little bit of soot off, but. Just a quick look at the laser. So we use it for the salt cellars. We use it for other things in the shop. I was making some, these are actually moldings to hold in rice paper panels on some doors that we're building. So we find a good use for this laser in the shop. These take about 1.5 minutes to cut, which I couldn't do it by hand faster than that. It's a significant investment. The old laser was a $12,000 laser. This is a $17,000 laser. So we hope to get good value out of it. I think we will. We'll definitely update you as we become more familiar with it. But yeah, if you have any questions about this laser, the old laser, or anything else, be sure to leave it down below. We'll see you next week.